Patty's gone, so I'm playing mad scientist in the kitchen. Anyway, I've got an old style copper thermostat and then a, I guess, summer thermostat for the newer style. And I got some boiling water. We're going to test these thermostats to see what's good. If you look down inside the hole of them, let's see if I can get my little light for you. Look down inside, you'll see a little relief hole. So that little relief plug right there, both of them have it, that lets a little bit of water always go through. So we know that's where this is going to open at. So we want to measure down in that hole. And this one here, it's kind of hard to see with the light, but it's right at 2 inches. The newer black one is about 1 3/4 inches. My light shined on it, you can see. There, you can hopefully see that. No, it's kind of hard to tell, but 1 3/4 inches depth here, about 2 inches depth here. So that's our closed area of these thermostats. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in boiling water, which obviously will represent 212 degrees. And I'll lay them down so they'll get a little hotter, a little faster. We'll let them percolate for just a second or two, and then we'll pick them up and measure. But what I'm getting for measurements is the black one, like I said, when it's closed, it's about 1 3/4 inches. Once I get it hot, then that measurement drops to 1.5 inches, so it opens up about 1/4 inch to let antifreeze through. Same thing on the older copper one. It's about 2 inches depth measuring down when it's cold, and when it's opened or hot, it's about 1 3/4 inches. So we'll see if we can pluck one up out of here and tell what we got now. We'll try the old one first, just because it's a little shorter and it might stay there better for me. So I'm going to measure now and see what I got. And I'm already at 2 and, or at 1 inch and, oopsie, 1 3/4 inches. It's kind of hot around here, but you can see the difference already on the measurement. So that plunger down in here, these are like an accordion in here. So the plunger has expanded, you know, it expands in there. It's an accordion type setup, but as it gets hot, that brass expands, and as it does, it lifts this top plate upward and gives you clearance. So we'll take a look at this one next. Get her to stand there. This one I think was at, let's see, the new one closed. The black one was at 1 3/4 inches. And now we're sitting at about 1.5 inches. So we know that these thermostats are opening and working. So that's the easy way to test them, find out what, you know, whether you got good thermostats or not. The other thing you can do, and I've done this quite often, works really good. Let's see if I can get it out of here without making a mess. But you can take and sweat, this is just soldered together, so you can sweat it open here, take all the guts out, and then this diameter right here, this outer diameter, you can actually drop a modern thermostat in there. Actually, a V4 thermostat fits. I forget the application that other thermostats are for the V4, but you literally can take and set that, you know, when this top's removed here, when you take this top off, and then you take all that accordion guts out, then there's a ledge in there, and you can literally set the new thermostat, the new modern thermostat, down in there, put a couple screws in it through the inside, one, you know, coming down like this to hold it, and voila, you have a modern thermostat inside with the old case on the outside, so nobody's the wiser, and good reliability. And this accordion setup is, you know, I'm sure it worked good when it was new, but these thermostats are so old, and as you know, as metal expands and contracts and gets age on it for 60, 70 years, whatever the hell these things are for age, it ain't good. So again, a real easy way is just sweat them open. This will just lift off. You hit that with a torch, just like you would sweat copper pipe. That's just copper. Sweat it, get it open, tear it all out, clean it all up good. put your new thermostat in, sweat it back together. Just you don't have to worry about lining this one, so you're good to go. So that's a quick how-to video on checking thermostats on these old Saabs. And as always, don't do it when your wife's home, because she'll come in here and you'll get in trouble and you'll be cooking or something silly. So that's all I got. Tom Donnie. Bye.